Hey, welcome to another episode of Midnight Quest, where tonight we will be continuing our hero's journey across the plains of death to the ruined city of Kalos to seek out and defeat one of Zargon's most feared commanders, the Witch Lord. Tonight we're going to be following a group of heroes as they enter the Silent Passages, where in the corridors there is an ancient curse which will attack any person making too much noise. Fancy. As always, if you are hanging out in the stream tonight, don't be afraid to throw something in the chat so I know you're there. We always have a ton of fun conversations in these, and as always, I am looking forward to get into that. If you have any suggestions or questions about lore, or questions about game mechanics, or just want to chat, definitely throw something in there because I want to hear from you. We've already got Gohan here. I see we've got a couple of other people watching. Make sure you say hello so that we can all also say hello, or say psh, or whatever it is people say to each other when they're saying things to each other. I'm not super good at that sort of thing, so I don't know what people normally say. Somebody help me out with that. Yeah. We got some setup to do before we can get playing tonight, so let's get on to that so that we can play this game. Jumping out over to the board cam, we're going to come over here. I'm sure the regular viewers are tired of hearing this by now, but just in case you're new here, we have 12 heroes currently in the ranks, but only 4 can go on a quest at a time. So we have these Beatles cards here, which line up to a character randomizer sheet on the wall behind me. These cards are going to help us figure out who is going to go on the quest tonight. Gohan says, did you throw away the character sheets? No. I rescued them from the trash, thankfully. Yes. Thank you for asking, though. Last night I mistakenly threw away 8 of the 12 character sheets, thinking that they were old versions when they weren't. I had just put them somewhere stupid. But I rescued them. It's fine. Our first hero tonight is the 4 of Hearts, which is Valerna the Elf. That's funny. I think she just went on a quest a couple of nights ago. Here we go. Here is Valerna with her neat feather cape. Ah, Rukoro is here. Says, I had nothing to do at work, so I came early and just in time, it seems. Awesome. Yeah. No, glad you're here, man. The 9 of Diamonds, which is Paya the Monk. I think she also just went on one. We're not going to have like the exact same team that we just had the other night, I hope. Here is Paya the Monk. Having nothing to do at work is the best, as long as you're allowed to occupy yourself and you don't have to do something silly like sweep the floors every time a manager walks by. I had a job that was a lot like that. The Queen of Diamonds is Robert Tylan the Berserker. We were seeing him a lot recently, but I feel like I don't think he's been on either of the Witch Lord quests yet. It's good to see old Bobby. And our final hero for the night is the 6 of Diamonds, which is Moonstone the Druid. Where's Moonstone? There she is. Here is Moonstone. There we go. And of course with Moonstone, we also need her shapeshift. There we go. So she has a spell that allows her to turn into this bear-like creature. So we'll go ahead and get that ready and set that aside for when we need it. Ouch. We'll grab their character cards, which I pretty consistently forget to do, but not tonight. Rukor says, that is what I was doing, just cleaning. Yep. I know exactly what you mean. For a long time, I worked at the KitchenAid mixer factory that's here where I live, and that was what it was. If the line went down, you better still be doing something, and you better hope that you were doing something when a manager walked by, or you were in big trouble. Even if you had already cleaned everything there was to clean in your area, you weren't even allowed to kind of like stand around and talk to people. There we go. Now we're going to need to get some spells out here, so we'll go ahead and put these away until we need them. But at least I've got them. Justin says, yo, how's it going, Justin? Justin had a pretty interesting adventure today. Posted about it on Facebook. And was telling us about it in the Midnight Quest Discord channel a little bit. Went to a fairly local area to a game store to play Hero Quest with them. I assume it was you being Zargon too? That's always a fun time, getting to introduce the game to brand new people. There's Valerna. There's Paya. Yes, yes. And he mentioned that they played the New Beginnings quest and the Trial, which are definitely good starting points. Had a good time, good. Yeah, happy to hear that. I'm gonna not put these in a stupid place this time so that I don't throw them away. Okay, so we got our character sheets out. The character sheets tell us everything as far as how many dice they throw for attack and defense, what kind of weapons they have, how many body points they have, what kind of items they're carrying, what their personalities are, which is only necessary because it's only me playing. So we have to randomize a lot of things so that my knowledge of the quest map doesn't affect anything. And also their skill set points. And that is actually our first point of interest tonight, because the more skilled a set of heroes is, the harder the monsters in the quest are. So we need to add up the total number of skill set points that this particular party has and see where we are on the difficulty chart. It looks like all 4 of these heroes have been on 10 quests, which means that's 20, 40, 60, 80 points, which is going to put us, yeah, still kind of in the lower part of level 3 difficulty, which means all monsters have an extra body point and boss monsters have an extra body point and access to a potion of healing. I don't think we've got a boss monster tonight. Nope, it doesn't look like we do. But all of the regular monsters are going to be slightly harder. So that'll make that a little bit more interesting. Let's also see if anybody needs a trip to the armory. We currently have 825 gold coins. We're looking pretty good. I really wish we could get Paya's attack up, the monk, but she works best without any weapons. So until she builds her combat skill set more, that's just where she's at. Yep. Kind of looks like we are as good as we can get right now. Okay, so we will save our coins for more important stuff later on. Let's get everybody their items and their skills and their magic. Valerna, our elf, has a potion of healing. She has the wand of magic and the ring of return and an elixir of life. So she's set up pretty good to be our healer. There we go. Elixir of life, ring of return, wand of magic. Okay, I actually need to set this stuff up here so that I don't block her skill set stuff. Paya actually is not carrying anything at the moment. Robert Tylen has a potion of healing, 2 magical throwing daggers, a potion of magic resistance, and a toolkit. We need to get him his potion of healing. There's a potion of healing. And Moonstone has a toolkit and an elixir of life. Good, we've got 2 elixirs of life going into this, so we shouldn't have anybody dying. That's kind of funny. The party as a whole only has 2 elixirs of life, and both of those heroes are going on tonight's quest. Okay, let's look at skills and spells. Valerna's going to get some spells. Moonstone's going to get some spells. Paya and Robert both get skills. So Paya, as a monk, has 8 monk elemental skills, which, again, we will cover what those do when and if she uses them, because there are 8 of them, and it would be a lot of explanation. Suffice it to say, she has access to 4 elements, water, air, earth, and fire. Each element has 2 cards, and if she uses one, it uses up both. There is also a way that she can get them back after she's used them, but again, we'll worry about that if we need to. She also has toolkit disarm in her skill sets, so she'll be able to disarm traps. Looks like just about everybody can disarm traps today. Okay, I lied. Valerna can't. Paya has toolkit disarm. Robert Tylen has a toolkit. Moonstone has a toolkit. Okay. Robert recently got double berserker skills. So the berserkers usually get 3 skills, which are Enrage, Retaliation, and Frenzy. Again, we'll cover those when and if we need to, but he's actually going to get 2 of each card because he has built up his skill sets to get that. So that will hopefully come in handy for him. I'll just go ahead and put the cards together. Now, as a berserker, he kind of gets more powerful the weaker he gets. So the lower his body points are, the higher his attack gets because of these skills. So it actually benefits him to lose body points, kind of leap into the fray and be right on the front line. Okay, then let's go ahead and take care of spells. All right, we'll switch back to the board camera for this so that we can see the cards. Now, Moonstone is a little bit of a weird case. She is our druid. She gets 5 spells, and 3 of them are the druid spells. So she gets her Pixie, her Life Force, and her Shapeshift, which are just natural druid spells that she always gets. But she's also going to get 2 regular spells, and she gets to pick one by name, but the other one has to be random. Valerna, our elf, whoops, had some extra cards I forgot to put away, gets 4 spells. She can pick one by name, but the other 3 have to be random. Both Valerna and Moonstone have access to the Tier 2 spells, which are a little bit more powerful. And then Valerna has darkness spells, and Moonstone has protection spells. We're getting pretty complicated in the spell department. So here are the spells of darkness and the spells of protection. We'll also go ahead and get out the Tier 2 spells. Now, the Tier 2 spells are totally unique to Midnight Quest. The Tier 2 spells are ones that I added, but the spells of darkness and spells of protection are not. Now, we have the early 90s Milton Bradley artwork for them here. Oh, nice.
That's crazy. That actually works so well.
Oh, Gohan says they added Jason to Dead by Daylight, so I'm going to run around in that while I lurky lurk. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, by all means.
I can't believe how well that worked.
Okay, so each one of them gets to pick a spell by name, so honestly there's kind of no reason not to pick one of the better spells. The Tier 2 spells, there's 2 in each category, and they're all a little bit more powerful than the Tier 1 spells. So we've pretty often gone with Reign of Restoration, which is the healing spells. Desmar is here. How's it going, Desmar? Good to see you. It's been a second. Good evening to you as well. I'd say the other spell that's probably handy would be Consuming Flame. Consuming Flame is a pretty high attacking spell, so let's go ahead and grab a hold of that. The rest of this is going to get mixed into our big old regular spell deck so that we can randomly select these for the rest of them. Now, because we end up shuffling this deck up pretty good, it doesn't really matter where these spells are. In fact, I don't even mind putting them in as bigger groups, because they're going to get mixed up no matter what. Rukora says, I need to get Jason when I get paid, just in case they have a license issue like they did with Michael and Pinhead. Oh, yeah. And Desmar says, goes well. Help my players build new characters for playtest one-shot, then I worked on homebrewed feats. Nice. Awesome. Did you end up implementing the Mothkin that you were talking about a few weeks ago? Let's see. Let's give Valerna that Reign of Restoration spell, and then we'll give Moonstone the Consuming Flame. Okay, and the rest of these spells, we are going to separate this big old pile into 4 smaller piles for randomization. Now, regular Hero Quest would have us do this a little bit differently than I'm doing it here, but I really like to randomize what spells the heroes get. So that means they can get doubles or triples or even more of the same spell, which is not possible in normal Hero Quest. Also means that they can get a bunch of really handy stuff or a bunch of total garbage. Either way, it has a pretty big effect on what the hero can do in the quest and whether or not they can cast a lot of spells or whether they're going to need to depend on their physical attacking stats, which, you know, as spellcasters usually aren't all that good. Almost done here. There we go. Go ahead and says some of the quickest $5 I ever spent, without a doubt. And Desmar says, yep, one of my guys is playing a Mothkin Mortician Rogue. Awesome. It's a third caster rogue like the Arcane Trickster, but with a focus on necromancy. Interesting. A Mothkin with a focus on necromancy. That's amazing. Okay, how many random spells do we need to draw? Valerna needs to get 3, and Moonstone only needs 1. Okay. So we're going to use a regular deck here to determine what spells they're getting, which is why it doesn't matter if I know where the spells are in there. So Valerna's first spell is going to be pile number 1, card number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, except she can't have spells of protection, so we'll just go with the next one here, Fire of Wrath. That was a Moonstone only spell that we landed on there. Fire of Wrath is a kind of weaker attacking spell, but still handy. Her next one is going to be pile number 4, card number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is Swift Wind. Allows her to temporarily move a little bit faster. It's come in handy a couple of times recently. And her final spell is going to be pile number 4, card number 10. Broke my brain a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is Pass Through Rock. Okay, so yeah, she didn't get a very good loadout. Just total honesty there. Her loadout definitely could have been a little bit better. But only 4 spells, that's not very much. She's going to get up to 7, I think, total if she keeps building skill sets. But it's taken her a while. Okay, one more spell to draw, and this is for our Druid Moonstone. She's got 5 spells total. Her 3 Druid spells, the Consuming Flame we picked for her, and the 1 random one, which is going to be pile number 3, card number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, it's a tier 2 spell. Confused. Now I'm going to go ahead and read this out because I'm not super familiar with this. This is not a spell that we ended up using very much in playtests. So just so I'm aware of its use case, this spell may be cast on any one monster within the caster's line of sight. The targeted monster will become confused and will only be able to attack itself. It may defend its own attacks. Zargon must roll a red die on each monster's turn. The spell is broken if a 5 or 6 is rolled. That's a pretty powerful spell. And again, this is one that I made up, but a long time ago. So you can tell that I played some Pokemon growing up. Okay, let's dig all of our extra stuff out of these piles to clean them up real fast, and then we should be set to actually start the quest. There's the protection spells. Tier 2, there's another tier 2. Okay, the rest of those are regular. Here's another tier 2. Protection. There was a darkness spell. Good to go there. Now the heroes do, as they continue to build their skill sets and things, they get more spells, they get to pick more by name. So we'll start seeing some of these weirder ones a little more often. I'm not sure that we've actually gotten to see a spell of protection or spell of darkness in action. And it's just because they've not picked them by name, and so the odds of them getting randomly selected are kind of low. Okay, get all this cleaned up, and then I think we're ready to get started. Get my character cards put back out so I remember the turn order. Yeah, and just make another quick sweep over everything just to make sure that I haven't forgotten something that I haven't realized. No, I don't think so. All right, let me get my music started, and we will read the quest text and get playing. Okay, we are in Book 3 of the campaign currently, which is Return of the Witchlord. We are doing Quest 3, which is called The Silent Passages. Here's the introduction text. These passages have been silent for over 1,000 years. The last voices that echoed through these hallowed halls were those of King Igraine and his soldiers as they rushed to defend the city. It is said that ancient and terrible magic is at work here. Tread carefully, my friends, as you search for the wooden exit door that leads forward. Short and sweet, as per usual with Keller's Keep and Return of the Witchlord. It's just, here's where you are, find the exit door, here's some crazy stuff that's going on. Okay, we are also starting with an entrance room. And I've dropped the flame and it's disappeared into the oblivion. Oh no, we have got to glue those in. Yep, I don't see that even a little bit. Guess I'll look for that when we finish tonight. I saw it hit the floor, but it is not where I saw it hit the floor at. I hate when that happens. Huh. Okay, well, here's our entrance room. It's missing one of the flames now, but we're going to go ahead and stick our heroes on the entrance room. Honestly, I don't even know why those things come out. They should have just been 3D printed onto the thing itself. And we are starting tonight up at the top of the board. And looks like the entrance room is here. And right off the bat, we've got a wall blocking us from going that way. I know I need to wait until the stream is over to find that flame, but it's kind of bothering me that I don't just see it. I want to keep looking for it, but I don't want to roll over it with my chair, but I just straight up don't see it anywhere. Don't you hate when that happens? You drop something on the floor, and instead of hitting the floor, it goes into a portal and into the abyss, and then you never see it again? Yeah, like literally couldn't possibly be in the place that you end up finding it. I do not see it. Okay, confirmed. I have a portal to the abyss on my floor somewhere. I hope I don't step in it. If I disappear, you guys, you know where I went. Okie dokie. So actually getting started with the quest tonight, of course, we are starting with Valerna, the elf, who is all the way over on the right there. She has several options as far as searching this hallway before she steps out into it. And she doesn't have any sort of searching intention other than treasure, which we can't do in a corridor. So her options are search for traps, search for secret doors, or ignore all of that and move out into the hallway. Real quick, one thing that we do need to put in this hallway, I just remembered, we haven't actually populated the hallway. We've got a couple of walls here, because technically they can see down this hallway now. And we got a door. I've dropped the door too. Cool, that's gonna be how my night goes. I'm just gonna drop everything. We got a door heading into this red room. And yes, that appears to be all they can see right at the moment. Okay, Valerna. The options I mentioned, trap, secret doors, or move. And she is moving. Off she goes. 9 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Did we move her off camera? Almost. So she ended up pretty far down the hallway there. Now that she is out here, she has the option to search for either traps or secret doors, and she is going to search for secret doors. There are none in this hallway. Moving on, we now have Paya, the monk. And she can either search for traps or move. She is going to search for traps. Excuse me. And there are none in this hallway. So it's all about moving now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now we can kind of see both things going on there. Robert Tylen, our berserker. There is no searching left to do. It's all about moving. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Again, no searching to be done. We are now at Moonstone. Moonstone does actually have an alternate option. Is she going to cast Shapeshift or move? She is going to save Shapeshift for now, and she is going to go ahead and move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then she can't go 9, 10 because the other guys are in her way. I'm going to go ahead and move the entrance way, or the entrance door out of the way for now. Huh. Sorry for my obsession with looking for that flame, but it's just really annoying me now that it's not just like, it should be somewhere. It was right here. I don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to forget about it. You guys distract me. Okay, interesting thing that is going on in this quest. As I've mentioned a couple of times, there is some stuff going on with making noise. Now, HeroQuest didn't, this is one of the expansions from the early 90s, so they weren't looking for super sophisticated anything yet. We have what is called the Death Mist tile. Now, just for reference, there's where our heroes are. If we come down this hallway that they're kind of heading towards, down this hallway is the Death Mist, which looks like this. It's on this tile right here. And let me just read you straight from the quest text how this works. The mist is a breath of dread, which will harm all who are not evil. The death mist can move 6 squares on the monster's turn and can only move within the shaded hallway. When the death mist passes through a hero, they lose 1 body point. This cannot be defended. The mist may affect more than 1 hero on its turn. It will not affect monsters. The mist cannot move onto a square twice in 1 turn. It also cannot end its turn on the same square as a hero. The mist is not affected by normal weapons. So we pretty much just have an invincible thing that is going to be chasing the heroes around and damaging them. Now, just to keep it square, we are going to just have it kind of bounce back and forth through the hallway. So we could play this as being kind of an intelligent thing that's going to hit them as often as it could, but I feel like that's not really fair. It doesn't necessarily mention that the thing is super sentient. Oh my gosh, you found it. Where was it?
Under the T's.
Oh, well, no wonder I didn't see it.
Found it.
Where is that glue gun? Because when the quest is over tonight,
It's in my craft room.
we've got some. I have a bunch of stuff I need to glue, and those just went straight to the top of that list. Excuse me. So, like I said, we're just going to bounce this thing around the hallway. Rukoro says, like the stalker foes from the Resident Evil games. Yes. Absolutely. We are gonna bounce this thing around instead of playing it like a sentient character that is trying to damage the heroes, because you could be a really evil DM and just smash these heroes over and over every turn. So what we are gonna do right now is go ahead and move this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towards them, and we'll just see who it hits.
Oh, that thing. That thing is in there.
Okay, moving on over here.
The needle floating apart.
Now, worth mentioning that if any hero passes through that, they lose a body point. So it doesn't have to be the monster's turn. If they move through that mist, they get hurt. So we probably ought to be sending people into that red room in an effort to avoid it as well as possible. Valerna, no further searching can be done. It's all about moving. And hey, rolling a 3 is not the way to get out of the way, Valerna. 1, 2, and 3. She's essentially guaranteed that she's gonna get attacked at some point. All right, Paya, better roll for you? Not really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she is stuck right there. Robert Tylan, the Berserker. Now, oh yeah, he's gonna get somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we showing the red room? Let's actually switch cameras here since we're kind of far over. We'll get a little closer to the action here. Okay, Robert opens the door into the red room and discovers another door. And also 5 skeletons. Now these are just regular old skeletons, but remember that because of our difficulty chart roll at the beginning of the quest, that these guys all have 2 body points instead of the normal 1. So these guys are not gonna be easy, to just knock aside. Skeletons, there, and there. Okay, now Robert Tylan, we need to determine if he's going to search for traps before he runs in there, but he is a berserker, so he is not very likely to do that. So check for traps, battle. Okay, believe it or not, he rolled that he is going to stop there and search for traps. There are no traps in that room, and unfortunately that does mean he's kind of guaranteed he's going to get hit by the death mist on the next turn. Moonstone the Druid. Doesn't make any sense to cast Shapeshift if she's going to end up getting hit by that Cloud of Dread there. It's just going to take it away from her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, we can do this. 8, 9. We'll just move her into the corner so that she can't get surrounded. Justin says, God dang it, Bobby. Yes. And from here, Moonstone can go ahead and fire her Redwood Wand at one of those skeletons. Now she has 3 potential targets. Excuse me. And it is going to be this one here. So let's get her, make sure she's looking at that. She fires a blast of energy from her wand, hitting that skeleton with a 2. Look at that, it doesn't defend. Good job, Moonstone. Got right out of there. She's like, I don't care if you got an extra body point, you're dead. Again, you're a second time. Okay, monster's turn. Let's see, what do we got going on here? We've got skeletons that can attack Moonstone and Robert, and then of course we've got our Death Mist. So let's start with this skeleton right here. Swings its scythe at Moonstone and hits her with a 1. I think she's got 3 defense, right? Yes, she does. She blocks just barely. We'll also get a skeleton attacking Robert Tylan there, swinging its scythe and hitting him with a 1. What's his defense looking like? Also 3. And he blocks. He super blocked that one. Check that out. And then, of course, our Death Mist tile moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as I mentioned earlier, the Death Mist cannot end its turn on the same square as a hero, so it has to stop just short of Valerna and Paya, but it did hit Robert. So he loses a body point. This drops him to 12, because he's been building Constitution. Unfortunately, Valerna and Paya are still going to have to pass through the Death Mist to get up to a point where they can help with this battle. So even though it stopped short of them, it didn't really end up helping them too much. It is Valerna's turn. I'll go ahead and I'll mention this now, even though it's not really, it's only vaguely relevant. It does mention in the quest text that a hero with the Tempest spell or the hero with the Spirit Blade could destroy the Death Mist. However, I'm not supposed to tell the heroes that. I'll tell you guys, because we don't have either of those things. Nobody drew Tempest randomly, and we don't have Gramina here with the Spirit Blade, so they have no way of getting rid of that Death Mist. But store that away in the back of your heads if any of you ever end up playing this quest in Hero Quest, because that is not something I added. That is something that is in the actual thing. So if you're playing this quest and you have Tempest or the Spirit Blade, you can destroy that thing. Gohan says, well, poop. Yeah, exactly. As always, Gramina would have just solved the problem, right?
It should be an automatic at every quest.
Yes, okay, Valerna moves 1 and 2, and we'll just go ahead and leave her right here. She does lose a body point because she passed through the mist. This drops her to 11. But she can go ahead and shoot at that skeleton that she's looking at. So she puts an arrow in her short bow and fires, hitting it with a 2. But it blocks 1, so it takes 1 damage, doesn't die though. Excuse me. Paya the Monk. Gonna be in a similar situation. She pretty much has no choice but to walk through that Death Mist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll just place her on the other side of the skeleton there. So we'll dock her a body point as well. This drops her to 11 body points. And she throws some energy bolts at that skeleton. Focusing her energy, she fires with a critical hit of 2, which the skeleton does not defend, which means it is dead. They're not letting that extra body point get to him at all. Excuse me while I blow my nose real fast. Ooh, that's a double tissue situation, I'm afraid. There we go. Okay, that leads us to Robert Tylan the Berserker, who now is going to run into that room like he maybe should have in the first place. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He pulls out his battle axe and takes a swing at the skeleton. There he goes, hitting it with a 2. The skeleton does not defend. Well, let's hope the dice stay on the side of the heroes like this for the rest of the night. This is kind of nice that they're not struggling to kill these monsters like we were last night. Moonstone. Now would be a good time to cast Shapeshift. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to draw to randomize that. I think strategically it makes sense for her to go ahead and cast this spell. Looks like this, but I'll read it off camera. Shapeshift grants her 1 extra defense dice and 1 extra attack dice, close range only. The spell is broken as soon as she suffers 1 point of damage. She can regain the spell if she heals herself back to her maximum body points. So we're going to go ahead and flip her mini out for the bear. now I've thrown her many. Geez, I just about lost Moonstone. I'm losing my ability to grip things, apparently. Okay, Moonstone swipes her claws at the skeleton, but misses it. Oh, that's unfortunate. She might lose that spell. Oh, that is super unfortunate. Okie dokie. So right away, Monster's turn, we got the skeleton attacking her back, swinging its scythe, and hitting her with a critical hit of 2. She attempts to defend and does not defend the attack. Oh man, she defended one but not the other, dropping her to 10 body points and immediately costing her the shapeshift, which she didn't even get to utilize because she missed like a moron. There's a new catchphrase for us, missed like a moron. And then we got this other skeleton that's gonna come over here and attack Robert. Swinging its scythe at the Berserker and hitting him with a critical hit of 2. He does not block either hit. Ouch. That's what I get for saying the dice were on the side of the heroes. This drops him to 10 body points. I always jinx it. Every time I say something, the opposite starts happening.
Well, I think that this quest is going to end just absolutely terribly and everyone's going to die.
I think you're right. And in addition to the quest going terribly and everybody dying, I also have to say that I just have no money. I have no money at all. No money at all, and money doesn't ever come to me, ever. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay. We also have the Death Mist, which is going to just continue on down the hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, it's going to bounce around, so it's going to hit that wall. I know it moved off camera just there, but it's going to hit that wall a few spaces away from it and start heading back towards the heroes, and they will still have to run away from it quite a bit. Valyria. We're congregating in this red room. How close can we get to this before this camera won't go any further? That's a little better. Valyria moves, 1, 2. Good job, Valyria. Really getting in on the action there. She loads up another arrow and fires at the skeleton in front of Moonstone. Come on, no way. Get out of here right now. What am I doing? Gosh, that dice went so far away. Hold on. There we go. Hits that skeleton with a 2. The skeleton does not defend. It is dead. That dice went on an adventure.
Bilbo Baggins is right.
Yeah. Okie dokie. That's thrown me totally off. It's Paya the monk. Is headed into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and have her attack this other skeleton here in the corner. Paya throws a fist at the skeleton, but misses it. She better be building up that combat skill set, or else she is going to become one of the weaker heroes very fast. In fact, she is. She just is one of the weaker ones, and she shouldn't be. The monks are often powerhouses, but it just so happens we haven't been building very much combat. Okay, on the other hand, Robert Tylan is attacking that same skeleton with his battle axe. Hitting it with a 1. The skeleton does not block. Unfortunately, it has a couple of body points, so it is definitely not dead. Okay, with his other action, he can search this room for secret doors and find that there are none. And we are now at Moonstone, who might as well fire at that skeleton. She fires a blast of energy with her redwood wand, hitting it with a 1, but the skeleton blocks. I really did jinx this. I jinxed it hard. Yeah, she can't do any other searching. However, she could open that door. Yeah, we got all 4 heroes in here. There's really no reason that they would hang around when it's just skeletons. 1, she opens the door into the brown room. And in this room, there is another door, as well as 3 zombies. Here we go. Grab the zombies out of here. And they are all in the back corner. Lots and lots of zombies in that corner, and Moonstone, is she going to stop here? Nope, she is going to go ahead and move into that room. Good thing that space is not trapped. Oh, that was dumb. You know what? They can totally surround her and attack her now. We should have left her. Oh well. Okie dokie, on the monster's turn, let's go ahead and take care of these zombies since we're pointing at them. 1, 2. Zombie swings its cleaver at Moonstone, hitting her with a 1, which she blocks. Good thing zombies are kind of weak. 1, 2, 3. I should stop saying stuff like that. This zombie swings its sword at Moonstone, hitting her with a 1, which she blocks just barely. And the last zombie swings its sword, hitting her with a critical hit of 2. She blocks 1, but not the other. Okay, that actually kind of worked out in her favor in a weird way. This drops her to 9 body points. We'll leave that here for in a moment. We also have this skeleton here. Who's it going to attack? It is going to attack Paya, so it's turning towards her, swinging a scythe at the monk. It hits her with a 1. Now, she may have garbage attack, but she's got very good defense, so she definitely blocked that. And the only other thing we have is the death mist tile, which is moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to turn around and start coming back the other way on the next turn. Excuse me. Valerna, what do we have going on? She definitely needs to go help Moonstone. We'll move her 1, 2. We don't need to roll for that. And we will have her load up an arrow in her short bow and fire at the zombie in front of Moonstone. Hitting that zombie with a 2. The zombie does not defend either one, so it is dead. Okay, we are now at Paya the monk, who is right here. Let's see if we can get rid of this skeleton. She throws a punch at it, but misses it for the second turn in a row. Come on, Paya. Unfortunately, there is nothing else she can do. Yeah, I don't think any of her skills are going to help. I would have thought that the skill that ups her attack dice would be overkill for a skeleton. Maybe not. Okay, Robert Tylan. Can we get rid of the skeleton? Swings with his battle axe, hitting that skeleton with a 2. It blocks 1 and takes the other one. It was already damaged, so it is dead. Okay, Robert, are we searching for treasure or leaving the room? He is going to go ahead and do the treasure search. Let's see what he finds. Robert finds an oddly shaped glass vial with a stack of coins inside. He turns the vial over only to discover that the coins do not fit out the opening. He may never know how the coins were placed into the vial, but upon smashing it on the stony floor, he gets them out just fine. Inside the vial was 35 coins. Okay, this puts us up to, let's see, 860 coins. Okay, and this takes us back to Moonstone, who we are going to have her cast her pixie spell, which looks like this right here. This gives her 2 of her body points back, which is the exact amount she's lost, which puts her back up to her maximum body points, meaning that she has regained access to the shapeshift spell. Now she will have to recast it, and she can't do that on this turn, but she at least has it back. So let's see which one of these zombies she's going to attack now. She is going to go for this one. Now she attacks better long range, but she doesn't have the action to move and attack. So she's just gonna go ahead and attack this close range. She swings her wooden staff at the zombie, hitting it with a critical hit of 2. The zombie does not defend. All right, Moonstone. Killed that zombie right off the bat. Okay, monster's turn. It's just that one zombie standing right next to Moonstone. Swings its sword at the druid and misses her. That's worked out pretty well. And then back up here, the death mist tile heads back towards the heroes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, Valerna. She might as well. Is she gonna search for traps? Yes, she is. That's honestly a good way to spend the first action of that turn. So she's searching for traps in this room, and she finds none. So she knows it's safe to walk on in there. 1, 2. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the action to actually attack that zombie now, but that is okay, because we know the other heroes can get in there and help out. Paya the Monk. Also heading that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll go ahead and let's not put her right next to the zombie, because that's where Robert should go if they don't kill it. She can attack with her energy bolts. Focusing her energy, she sends a blast of energy at the zombie, hitting it with a 1. It does not defend, taking that damage. Robert. See if we can get him in there and finish that zombie off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Robert swings his battle axe at the zombie. Okay, hitting it with a 1. And the zombie doesn't defend it, okay. I wouldn't have expected that to work, but I guess it did. Hey, by the way, I'll go ahead and do this plug a little bit early tonight since we're so close. As of this morning, we are at 24 followers, which means we only need 1 more to apply for that Twitch affiliate status, which we are super excited for, essentially just because of the ability that it's going to give us to do some more stuff with the channel. Really looking forward to ways that we can have you guys interact with these quests. By using some of the stuff. And honestly, I'm still totally new to this, so neither of us really have a huge amount of idea how it all works, but we're looking forward to figuring that out. So if you happen to be watching this and you aren't following us, please consider doing so. That would be super awesome. It helps us out a bunch, and like I said, we are only 1 away from the affiliate thing. So if you're watching, go ahead and be that person. That would be super awesome. Or if you know somebody that's got a Twitch account that wouldn't mind following, let them know. That'd be super awesome. And thank you in advance to anybody who will follow, and also for the 24 people who have followed us already. Big thanks. Okay, that takes us to Moonstone the Druid, who might as well recast her shapeshift. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just put the shapeshift back on her. And then she's got a few options for what she can do. Exactly, Justin says the first 24 are real ones. Absolutely, yes. And it means a lot, genuinely, that a lot of, actually most of these 24 followers are people that I do not know personally. So, you know, honestly, it's awesome to have some of the followers that are people that knew Savannah and I prior to doing this and were willing to support us, both because they like what we're doing, but also just because they want to support us. But several of these people are people we've never met before, and that's awesome. So big shout out to several people, but particularly to Gohan and Bohemius, who are here like all the time, and we've never met either of you personally. We met you guys through this, so that's been awesome. Gohan says, I don't know what is up with Twitch. It does not want to keep videos playing. That's weird. I wonder what's going on with that. Moonstone. We got 1 more action to do with Moonstone. She cast that shapeshift spell. Is she going to search this room for secret doors, for treasure, or leave? I kind of hope she doesn't do the treasure search. Okay, nope, she's doing the treasure search. Okay, Moonstone, you better hope this is not a trap, because if it's a trap, you lose that shapeshift again. All right, what does Moonstone find? Set on a fancy wall hanger, she finds a fabulous silver sword covered in jewels. As she picks it up, she realizes the weight is all wrong and the blade isn't even sharp. The sword is useless, but the jewels on it are worth 50 gold coins. That was lucky. That's going to put us up to 910. So we are slowly building up that gold again. Okay, we are going to get up to a split path here eventually. We've got all of our heroes grouped up right now, and that's kind of unusual for us. Valerna, no, sorry, Death Mist. I was almost fooled by the fact that it kind of seems like there's no monsters on the board. Death Mist is moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I assume it moved on to the other camera. Yes, it did. Excuse me. Now Valerna. One. We'll have her open the door into this blue room. In the blue room is another door. Also a table. And 2 mummies. Got a mummy down here and a mummy down here. Awesome. Okay, Valerna, are we stopping here to search for traps? Yes, she is. And there are no traps in this blue room. Paya the monk, back in the brown room. Is it secret doors or leave? She's leaving. One, two, three, four. Let's go ahead and have her fire some energy bolts at a mummy. She is going to fire at the guy that's down in this corner right here. She fires a blast of energy at the mummy, but misses. Justin says, my internet is messing up. No, maybe it's something to do with ours. I don't know. If Gohan's having issues and Justin's having issues, maybe it's something to do with our internet. It says we have an excellent connection, but I don't know. Maybe something's going on weird. Okay, Robert Tylan, the Berserker, secret doors or leave the room. Actually, it's going to be secret doors or leave because he likes to search for those. Yes, he indeed is searching for secret doors in the brown room, and there is none, which means he can now leave that room. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll just get him moving right up on there. And then Moonstone, there's nothing left to search in that room, so she might as well get up. And if she can get up close to one of those mummies, that would be beneficial to her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yes. She swings her claws at the mummy, but misses it. Oh no. The dice have turned against the heroes. Okay, monster's turn. This mummy attacks back, hitting the druid with a 2. Which she blocks. Okay, thankfully. And the other mummy here, 1, 2, and 3, swings its fist at Robert, hitting him with a 2. Which he also blocks. Wow, that's some lucky rolls. Okay, Valerna the elf. Nope, sorry, death missed. One of these days I will figure out how to play the game that I am filming myself playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The death mist is just kind of steadily moving around the hallway there. Valerna is now moving into the room, and she attacks close range too. I don't know what I'm talking about. She attacks harder at close range. Gohan says, well, you can watch this back and learn what not to do. Yes, that is. I do actually watch several of these streams back just to make sure that I don't say things too stupidly too often. I mostly just trip over words all the time. Valerna swings her battle axe and hits that mummy with a 2. It blocks one but takes the other one. And my brain's moving a little quicker than my mouth does. It's already on to the next thought before my mouth has said the last thing. All right.
For you real quick. So I'm thinking for his skin tone, it's going to be like this weird, like, should it be light grayish green or pale yellowish green?
I'd say light grayish green. Okay, Paya the monk. Let's see, either one of these mummies she could effectively hit. She's going to continue firing at the one she did before. She fires a blast of energy at the mummy, hitting it with a critical hit of 2. And it doesn't defend either one of those hits, taking both of those points of damage. Nice, the heroes might get rid of these guys before they hurt them too bad. Okay, Robert swings his battle axe at the mummy. Wow, hitting it with a critical hit of 4. And it does not defend any of those attacks. That mummy is dead. And Robert also didn't move, so he can use his other action to search this room for secret doors and discover there are none. Finally, Moonstone attacking that last mummy. Hopefully she can actually hit it this time. Swipes her claws, hitting it with a 2. which it also does not defend. Very nice. What's she got? She could also search this room for treasure. Hopefully it's not a trap that will cost her that shapeshift. Moonstone finds 3 small jewels that are set into the stone in the wall. The jewels are worth 25 gold coins. Awesome. That puts us up to 935. They sure are getting lucky with gold finds here. They're probably going to start hitting traps and wandering monsters over and over. Okie dokie, Death Mist. We can see it up there on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hanging out right outside that door. And unfortunately, it is Valerna's turn, and that is right where she needs to go. Oh, yeah. Well, she's going to go ahead and open this door. Now, the Death Mist can't go into the room. We also need to populate this hallway that she's just opened up since she can see it now. There is a wall here. There is another door down here. And that is it. So they're pretty much headed for this other door or coming around the corner here, which is open. So now she only moved, she rolled a 2. So moving is honestly not really her best option. Yeah, she doesn't really have a great option. If she moves 2, not only is she going to get hit by the Death Mist, but then when it moves on its turn, it's going to hit her again. So I guess what we ought to have her do is search this hallway. Okay, what are we doing? We are searching for traps in this hallway. In the long hallway, there is indeed one trap, and it is a pit trap. And it is right here next to this door. So just a quick reminder that Valerna is the only hero who can't do anything about that trap. She could try to jump over it, but she can't get rid of it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Paya the Monk. What kind of movement does she get? 7. Is that worth it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it really isn't. Justin says cell surface isn't working right now either. Dang, yeah, that is very strange. You guys got some sort of storm going on over there or something? Let's see, what can we do? We might just have to brave that Death Mist and get hit by it. At least if they wait a turn, it'll move by. But I don't want them to skip a bunch of turns waiting on that Death Mist to move out of their way. They might just have to roll through it. We'll let them wait for a turn unless one of them gets a really good roll. But let's see, where is it going to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if one of them can get a roll that will take them beyond that, I don't mind moving them out there. But I don't want to intentionally just make them get hit a bunch of times either. Okay, Robert Tylan, let's go ahead and roll him and just kind of see what he would get if he went out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where did I say that thing was going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It wouldn't hit him right there because it can't end its turn on the same space. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So he does lose a body point because he walked through it, dropping him to 9, but at least it won't hit him again on the monster's turn. Moonstone's probably not going to get anything worth it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we'll just go ahead and leave her right there. Okay, that takes us to the Death Mist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which must end its turn right before Robert, since it can't end its turn with him. That takes us to Valerna, who's going to move out there, and unless she gets like a 12 or something, I don't think we're going to move her through it. Okay, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just stop her just short of it, and she can go ahead and use her other action to search this hallway for secret doors, and there are none. Paya the Monk is also going to move out there, not very quickly though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Robert Tylan hopefully is going to get a halfway decent roll here so that he doesn't have to get hit by the mist. Yep, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now he's stepping on the pit trap, but he does have a toolkit, so he is going to attempt to disarm this pit. He just needs a shield of either color on his dice, and indeed he is successful in boarding over that pit. So the other heroes can cross over it safely, but he does have to end his turn right there. All right, Moonstone, what are we doing? Fairly decent roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, it doesn't make any sense for her to intentionally pass through the death mist either. Okay, I think it's going to hit Robert again, though, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Okay, Robert is dropped down to 8. Now, he does have a potion of healing, so he's not really in bad shape, but it also means he can't really do anything on his next turn without walking through it again. Valerna. Where's she gonna go here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so she could pass through the mist and go into the room. It doesn't make any sense for her to walk beyond the mist because it'll hit her again, but she could walk into that room. Okay, let's card this because I feel like it's not clear what a player might actually do in this situation. So she could just move up behind Robert, not get hit, and wait for the death mist to keep moving. Or she does have enough movement to walk through the mist, get hit, but then walk into the room so that she's safe from it when it continues on in its turn. Is walking into that room worth the body points she'll take? She does have 11 body points, so she's got points to spare. She is not going to do that. She's playing it a little close to the belt here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paya the Monk is moving 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and she can't take her 8th movement. Robert Tylan, kind of the same thing. He's starting to get a little iffy on body points, but he could walk into that room so that he doesn't get hit by the mist again on its turn. I mean, it's either that or skip his turn entirely. So I feel like he's probably going to do it. He could also just bound right around the corner if he wanted to. But I think that room is probably the thing that makes the most sense. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open the door to the room so that he can walk in there. And there is actually nothing further in there to talk about. So 1 and 2, he takes a body point from walking through the mist, dropping him to 7, and also, unfortunately, right on the very first square of this room is a trap. Now, he couldn't have possibly stopped and searched before he walked into the room because he would have been standing on the death mist. So we just need to roll to see if he jumps over this trap. He needs a shield, and he does. So he does get to continue his movement on into the room. And then we're going to stop him right there and ask him what he wants to do. Traps, secret doors, or treasure. He is doing secret doors in this room, and there are none. Moonstone the Druid is moving 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then, yeah, she can't end her turn on the death mist, and it wouldn't make sense to walk into it on purpose either. All right, death mist moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on down the hallway where it will eventually bounce and come back at them again. Yeah, we don't need to show the whole hallway anymore. We can get a little bit closer to the action here. Okay, I'd say also, they know now that they don't really need to go into this blue room. Robert Tylan can take care of whatever's in there. It's a dead end. They know it's a dead end. He just needs to search for treasure and get back out of there. So unfortunately, they just need to follow the death mist around the corner. Valerna. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3. That's unfortunate. I was debating on taking her into the room because she rolled so low. But yeah, we'll leave her there. Paya. Also barely moving. 1, 2, 3, and I guess we'll just go ahead and have her look into this room and search for traps. There aren't any other than the spear trap that Robert Tylan stood on. And it is his turn, so we'll go ahead and let him search for treasure. See what he finds. While he is searching, a hidden arrow shoots from the wall and strikes him, costing him 1 body point. Poor Robert. He is down to 6. What? Might be in his interest to drink that potion of healing. He's starting to get low. And when he hits 5 or lower, he wants it to be a monster that does that. He doesn't want it to be some stupid trap. And Moonstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now she can see down this new hallway. So let's go ahead and get this thing. Yeah, we can't quite see the whole hallway. That's okay, because there's not too much going on here. We've got a door right here. We've got a couple of walls. I guess we do actually need the other camera for this. Let's go ahead and come down here and go way up so that we can actually see this whole hallway. We've got a couple of walls here. And a wall all the way over on this side here. And this hallway is the rest of the Death Mist hallway. So that it is going to bounce off this corner square down here and then head back towards them. Okay, we'll switch back to the other camera to get closer on. Moonstone, are we stopping here to search for traps? No, she is not, which means she's going to go one more space, which is unfortunate, because indeed there is a spear trap right there as well, Moonstone. Always search for traps. She needs a shield of either color here, and it is not. She rolled a skull, which means she gets hit, dropping her to 10 body points, but more importantly, costing her her shapeshift spell, reverting her back to her regular druid form. Gohan says, never search for traps. That's what I keep hearing. Yes. Live life on the edge. Never search for traps. All right, it is the Death Mist's turn, and it is continuing on down the hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, coming back over here, it is time. Gohan says, 'tis but a flesh wound. Yes. Robert's getting quite a few of those. Did his mother smell of elderberries? Valerna is moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Landing herself in the new hallway. She also probably should have stopped and searched for traps. But now that she is here, what is she going to do? Traps or secret doors? She's going for traps. And guess what? As is so often the case, the only trap in this whole hallway was the one that Moonstone just stepped on. So no other traps.
Useless.
Paya. Paya is moving 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And she's gotten enough to open this door into the red room. In the red room, there are 2 further doors. One door here. And another door here. Need to get myself a wall here to replace there. There we go. Also in this room is a tomb. So we'll put a dirt floor down right here so that we can put a tomb right in the middle. And there are also 2 skeletons. One here and one here. Okay, now she had one move left, but is she gonna stop? But wait, there's more. Yes. Need to get a Billy Mays soundtrack in here. Is she going to stop and search for traps? Is she likely to do that? And that doesn't really matter to her. No, she is not. So that means she's going to hop right on into this room and immediately attack this skeleton. Throwing a punch and hitting the skeleton with a 1. But it blocks. Unfortunate. And that brings us to Moonstone the Druid. Continuing on down the hallway. There she is. Oh, you know what? I skipped Robert Tylan. Let's re-roll that. This is Robert Tylan, actually. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And yes, I put that "and" in there on purpose. Robert now can search this hallway for secret doors, and we're switching cameras because indeed there is one. There is a secret door all the way down here at the other end of the hallway, opening up. And in this new room, there is an additional door, as well as 2 mummies. Very nice. We're getting the Spirit Queen's Torment mummy in here. A couple of mummies down there. Go ahead and says, did you ever think 2 zombies just wasn't enough? No. There's never enough zombies. Okay, that's the camera we were already on. There we go. Now it's Moonstone, and we rolled her a 4 earlier, so let's just go ahead and move her that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And unfortunately, I don't think that's close enough for her to do anything in this red room. So obviously this skeleton is blocked from her line of sight by a wall, and I would say the other one probably is as well. Yeah, that pretty clearly, straight line between the two of them pretty clearly crosses this wall. With Zombie Grow, you can have an army in 4 to 6 weeks. Yes. Just go to any cemetery. Get yourself a good one. All right. That means it is the monster's turn, yeah. And poor Paya is going to get surrounded, which isn't really that big a deal. She's got really good defense. Skeleton number 1 swings a scythe, hitting her with 1. But she blocks. Skeleton number 2 also swings a scythe, but it misses. Over on the other side, we've got a couple of mummies moving. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and this one can't move its 4th. We also have the Death Mist moving along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead and says, pays to get a piece of Captain America's shield or something. Paya got a piece. Okay, yeah. Paya got a piece of Captain America's shield. Yeah, you're right. The beginning of her combat, it builds her defense instead of her attack. And that's all she's done in combat so far, is that. All right, this is Valerna then. We're back down to here to try and figure out what we are going to do about all of the monsters we have advancing on us. And nobody can get in that room until at least one of those skeletons is dead. So Paya can hopefully, Valerna can hopefully help with that. Which skeleton is she going to fire at? She is going to fire at the one on the right. Loading an arrow in her short bow, she fires, but misses. Whoops. Maybe we should have had her cast a pass-through rock spell to help get in there quicker. Okay, it is Paya's turn. Can we punch through one of these guys? Being that it's kind of important that we do that, I think we will go ahead and use her Eye of the Storm. So this is her element of air. As I mentioned at the beginning of the quest, when she uses one of her elemental abilities, it actually uses up both. So these are the 2 cards associated with the element of air. Because we're using Eye of the Storm, it's going to use up Soaring Dragon as well. As an action, make 1 armed attack against all adjacent and diagonal monsters. So she's going to get to hit both of these skeletons here. Hitting the skeleton here first, throwing a punch and missing. That's not how you do it. And throwing a punch at the skeleton behind her. And missing. Useless. Okay, tell you what. Since she's apparently useless, what we're gonna do is just move her out of there. And then we are going to move Robert into the spot she was in, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Robert, can you take care of this situation for us? Robert Tylan swings his battle axe at the skeleton, hitting it with a 3. And it does not defend. See, that's how you do it. Rukoro says, swinging at the air there. Yeah, no kidding. Paya's like, you guys, you're not going to believe this. Watch this. This is so cool. Miss. Valerna's like, what? Was that it? Did you do it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, Moonstone. Let's get her in there to help. Now, she's got to take a weird route here. 1, 2, 3. So she can't go this way because that skeleton is blocking and she can't move through these squares here. But she can still fire from that current position. She sends a blast of energy from her redwood wand at the other skeleton, hitting it with a 2. And it does not defend. Cleaning up Paya's mistakes, it's fine. We figured it out, we got it done. No need to worry. monster's turn. These two mummies continue their movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the death mist continues its movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Off down towards the hallway. Advancing monsters. Okay, Valerna, is she going to go in this room or continue on down the hallway? Actually, we've got two heroes in this room. We should probably have Valerna and Paya just go this way so that there's really no reason for all 4 heroes to be ganged up for this entire quest. So yeah, let's do that. Let's switch back to the other camera and we'll send them off down towards these mummies. Valerna rolls an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She doesn't quite make it to the mummies, but she can fire. What kind of spells is she looking at? Fire of Wrath is not really strong enough to do anything. I think she's got a better chance of doing some damage with her bow. She puts an arrow in her short bow and fires at the mummy. Okay, hitting it with a 1. Which the mummy defends. Okay, maybe the fire spell would have been better. Sometimes you just can't tell. Paya the monk also headed down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Here's your chance at redemption, Paya. Do something cool. She's going to use her element of earth, invoking the strength of the mountain, which allows her to roll 2 additional attack dice on an unarmed attack. She hurls a fist with the strength of the mountain at the mummy, hitting it with a 2. That's not nothing. The mummy defends both hits. Well, at least she did better there. The mummy blocked it, but she tried. Excuse me one moment. It's better than missing. Maybe only marginally so, but it's still better than missing. Oops. Robert Tylan back up in this room. Are we... Oh, we haven't searched this room for anything. Okay, trap, secret doors, treasure, or leave. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was secret doors. No surprise he's the one searching for secret doors and he finds nothing. So then his second option, traps, treasure, or leave. He's doing traps as well. And there is indeed one additional trap in this room. There is a spear trap in front of this door. And that is it. Okay, Moonstone. Yeah, she has a toolkit. So she could theoretically go up there. Is she going to search for treasure or go through one of those doors? She is going to do the treasure search. See, this room actually gives us something special. In the tomb, she finds a longsword. Now, this is not something that she can use, but she'll go ahead and keep it on her so that she can hand it off to somebody who might need it. I don't know if there are any heroes at the moment that would benefit from that, but she can keep it for a different hero, or she can sell it and we'll get some extra gold. Either way, that was the treasure search. That means that there's nothing left to do except go through one of those doors. Let's move her towards the other door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. She doesn't actually have the open action to do anything about that trap, so we'll go ahead and have her look in this room. Opening this door, she discovers no further doors. There is, however, a coffin and a skeleton and a mummy. No shortage of monsters in this one. They might not be the toughest monsters we've ever seen, but there is a lot of them. And unfortunately, she doesn't have an action to do anything else. It would be foolish to move her in there to get hit by both of those monsters. So let's just go ahead and leave her there. And it is indeed the monster's turn, so let's see which one of those monsters is coming up here. It is the mummy. 1, 2. The mummy swings its fist at Moonstone, hitting her with a 2. She blocks one and takes the other, dropping her to 9 body points. Down here, we've got a mummy also throwing a fist at Paya, hitting her with a 1, which she blocks. I thought for a second she wasn't going to. And of course, we've got the Death Mist moving 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to end its turn there because it can't enter this square on this turn because it's already been there. So it's going to start heading back towards everybody now. And we are right back to this team. Okay, Valyria. Now she's got 2 actions here, so she should be able to fire and cast a spell. She puts an arrow in her short bow and fires at the mummy, hitting it with a 1. It does not block, but it's also not dead. She uses her other action to cast the Fire of Wrath spell, blasting the mummy with flames. It attempts to throw off the flames and is not successful, taking another body point of damage, but still not quite dying. At least she got a little bit of damage in on it, though. Let's see if Paya can finish it off. She doesn't have any more tricks up her sleeve, so she's just throwing a regular old punch at this guy, hitting it with a critical hit of 2. If I could get a hold of the dice now, there we go. And it blocks both. That is ridiculous. Oh, poor Paya. Is there anything else to be searched for in this hallway? No, I think I forgot to put a secret door marker down, but obviously somebody did that. Okay, so yeah, that's all she can do.
Like vying for the title of what Garena used to be.
Yeah, apparently I think, and Ragnar's been doing better. So maybe it's we need to switch out our hashtag to Paya is the new Gramina. Okay, back over here, we are now at Robert Tylan. Now, he cannot help Moonstone with this because he doesn't have long-range attacks. He's got to be close range. So if he's going to do anything, he might as well go ahead and try and get rid of that spear trap and see what's behind the other door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He just needs a shield of either color here, and he is successful in disarming that spear trap without damaging. And then even though he won't have an action to do anything about whatever's behind this door, we'll go ahead and have him open this. And this room is, somewhat unfortunately, a mirror of the other room. So in this room there is, I guess it's not even really a mirror, it's just exactly the same thing. There is a coffin and a skeleton and a mummy. Mummy there. Skeleton there. Like I said, he doesn't have the action to do anything about whatever's in there, but now we know what's in there, and he couldn't have helped Moonstone anyway, so I think this was probably the way to go. Speaking of Moonstone, it is her turn. What kind of tricks does she have? Oh yeah, she's got that consuming flame. Let's do that. Moonstone is going to cast Consuming Flame. This spell may be cast on any 2 monsters within the caster's line of sight, consuming them in magical flame. It will inflict 3 body points of damage. The monsters then roll 3 red dice. For each 5 or 6, the damage is reduced by 1 point. So this will theoretically kill both of these monsters in this room. Let's see if they can shake it off. We'll do the skeleton first because it's more likely to die. The skeleton attempts to shake off the magical flames and is able to shake off 1 point, but is still completely consumed. The mummy is now trying to throw off the magical flames and is completely unsuccessful. Also, totally consumed. That's the way to go, Moonstone. Okay, and that was a single spell, so she has another action left. Is she going to search for traps, search for secret doors, or move in there to search for treasure? She is searching for traps, and there are no traps in that room. Okay, monster's turn. We're already pointing over here. Let's see which one of these monsters is coming for Robert. Just like with Moonstone, it's the mummy. The mummy punches out at Robert, hitting him with 1. Why did I forget his name just there? Which he does not block, dropping him to 5, which triggers his retaliation skill. The skill can only be used if you have 5 or fewer body points, which he does. You may use this skill immediately after you have taken damage from an adjacent monster. Immediately make an attack against that monster. So in retaliation, Robert swings his battle axe at the mummy, hitting it with a 2. The mummy blocks 1 and takes the other point of damage. Very nice usage of the skill. Over here, we have a mummy attacking Paya. Swinging a fist and hitting her with a 2. Paya blocks. And the death mist starts its loop back towards the heroes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's almost surely going to pass through both Paya and Valerna again at this rate. And it is their turn, struggling to fight these two mummies. Yeah, Paya doesn't really have anything else that she can do right at the moment. Let's hope she can finish this mummy off. She throws a fist at the mummy, hitting it with a 1, which is technically enough to kill it, but it blocks. That mummy's defense is unreal. There's another 2 black shields. Why did we have Paya go first? I just completely skipped Valerna. Come on, brain, focus. Okay, well that was Paya's turn. There's nothing else she can do, so we just accidentally flipped the 2 of them in the turn order. Valerna puts an arrow in her short bow and fires at the mummy, hitting it with a 1. Which, of course, it defends. Does she have anything else she can do about this? No, she really doesn't. Yeah, that is unfortunate. No, she's got nothing. So another turn of these two just getting nothing done, unfortunately. Back up over here to the team that's actually hitting and winning. Robert is in battle with that mummy. Robert's going to swing his battle axe at the mummy, hitting it with a 3. It blocks 1, but takes 2 other points of damage. Thanks to the retaliation, it has taken enough damage, and it is dead. See, that's how you kill a mummy. Robert, are we searching for traps, or are we walking in there? He is just going to walk in there. Luckily, that square is not trapped. And we are now at Moonstone the Druid. Now, she searched for traps, so what's she doing now? Secret doors, or move in there and search for treasure? She's doing secret doors in the tomb. There are none, so we'll go ahead and move her in there with the other action to search for treasure on the next turn. Monster's turn. The skeleton swings a scythe at Robert, hitting him with a critical hit of 2. He does not block either attack, dropping him to 3 and again triggering his second retaliation. So remember, he got double berserker skills. The only reason he can do this twice. Works exactly the same as before. Means that even though it's the monster's turn, he gets to hit the skeleton back immediately. Swinging his battle axe and hitting it with a 1, which the skeleton blocks. Down here, the mummy swings at Paya, hitting her with a 1, which she blocks just barely. What she does not block is the death mist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which hits both her and Valerna, dropping Paya to 10, actually dropping them both to 10. They may not be getting many hits in, the 2 of them, but they're also not getting hit back very hard. They still have most of their body points. Okay, we're doing this turn right this time, darn it. Valerna loads an arrow in her short bow and fires at the mummy, hitting it with a 2. The mummy finally does not defend anything and is dead. Gosh, that took them like 4 turns to get rid of that guy. And there's another one. There's a second one. They're not even done. Okay, tell you what, we are going to actually move Valerna up to him, though, because she attacks better close range than she does long range, whereas Paya attacks the same either way. So now it is Paya's turn, and we will have her send a blast of energy at the mummy, hitting it with a 1, which it does not defend. Good, maybe this mummy's defense isn't quite so ridiculous. Back over here, Robert Tylan is attacking the skeleton, swinging his battle axe and hitting the skeleton with a 2. It does not defend, which means it is dead. Very nice. Robert Tyland, secret doors, or treasure? He's going treasure. What does he find in there? While he is searching, a hidden arrow shoots from the wall and strikes him, costing him 1 body point. This drops him to 2 body points. So tell you what, before his turn is over, we are going to use his potion of healing that he has. I'm going to discard that card and erase it off his sheet. And this is going to heal him up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6. Excuse me, 6. And then Moonstone, and she needs to search this coffin area for treasure. Hey, what's going on? Ash Ketchum 649, keep it up. Hope you're well. Thank you. I hope you're well also. Good to see you. I hope you're enjoying what you see. Hey, if you're not one of our followers, please consider doing so. It really helps us out a whole bunch. Yes, thank you. Awesome. We are only 1 away from that affiliate number. That would be awesome to get that last one. Are you familiar with what we're doing here? We're playing a board game called Hero Quest. It was a Milton Bradley thing from the late 80s, early 90s. Hey, look at that. Thank you for the follow. That's cool. I haven't seen that pop up too often. Very much appreciated. Thank you. That is awesome. You're the man, Ash. I just made a Pokemon reference earlier for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the confused spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the confused spell works like a Pokemon getting confused. That is awesome. Yes, so this is kind of like a sci-fi board game. No, I'm not familiar with Hero Quest. I'm about to Google it. Definitely do so. It's a really neat board game, recently re-released by Hasbro, who bought it in like 2020 or something like that, ran a Kickstarter, and they've been re-releasing old content and making new content ever since. It's been really awesome. Now I'm playing a heavily homebrewed version of it here with a 3D printed board that is not what the actual game comes with, but it's a super fun game. It's like easier D&D. It's not quite as involved, unless you decide to make it more complicated, which I have. That's a nice looking board. I agree, yeah. Not cheap, but super awesome. And also, by the way, this channel serves a dual purpose. So most nights, is this 1 player? No, it's actually supposed to be a 5-player game. I've just modified it to work with just me. But on most nights, I'm down here playing the quests, but on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, you'll find my wife here instead painting. So all of the miniatures that you're seeing that are painted, she painted. Also, she painted this board. So you can hang out with her on Sundays and Wednesdays and offer advice on painting and stuff like that. Yeah, there are, it's meant to be like a dungeon master and 4 heroes, and there's supposed to be a different player for each hero. But I've modified this so that we can kind of do it quickly and straight to the point with just 1 person. What do we do? I think Moonstone had just searched for treasure, right? What did we do? We hadn't actually drawn her card yet, I don't think. Nope, doesn't appear that we have. Okay, so Moonstone's searching for treasure here in this. And she has found a series of hooks affixed to one of the walls. All of them have various things hanging from them. On one of them, you find a leather bag containing 25 coins. Nice, that's gonna put us up to 960 coins total. We're building that back up slowly but surely. By all means, Ash, if you have any other suggestions or questions about what's going on, don't be afraid to throw something in there. Again, really appreciate that follow. And then Moonstone can go ahead and move out of there. Where's she moving? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So she's headed kind of back out of the room. None here, thanks. Hope you get affiliate soon then. Yes, I hope so too. We're looking forward to that. Given the viewers more ways to interact with this stuff, I'm really looking forward to that aspect of it. Monster's turn here. We've got a mummy right here, fancy looking mummy attacking our elf. The mummy throws a fist at the elf, hitting her with a 1. What's her defense looking like? Okay, only 3 dice. She does not block. She takes that hit, dropping her to 9 body points. And of course our Death Mist continues its movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know that moved off camera just there, but not too important that we know where that is. It's about to move past everybody and it won't come back for a while. So we are right back to Valerna the Elf. Yes. See if we can get a little bit closer down here. Yeah. See if Valerna can get rid of this guy, or at least get us a little bit closer. Valerna's got a battle axe. She takes a swing at the mummy, hitting it with a 2. The mummy blocks one and takes the other one, so still not quite dead, but it's getting there. She's knocking it down at least. Does she have any other ways she can positively affect what's going on? She's not quite down on body points enough to use a healing spell. Yeah, I think she's good at the moment. So we are now at Paya the monk, who is going to focus her energy and send a blast of energy at the mummy as well, but unfortunately she misses. Unfortunately, Paya has been a bit useless on this quest. Okie dokie, down here we have Robert Tylan, who just needs to search that room up there for secret doors real fast. There are no secret doors, so he can get moving on out. Now, unfortunately, he's gonna have to pass through the Death Mist to get over there, but this is probably the last time the Death Mist is gonna interact with any heroes, so I'm not super worried about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So because he passed through the mist, he takes a body point of damage, dropping him to 5. But like I said, that's probably the last time, other than Moonstone's got to walk through it too. We'll go ahead and get her through that too. Oh yeah, she rolled pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's switch cameras. 7, 8, 9, and she can't go any further because she can't get past this mummy, but she can shoot at it. She walked through the mist, so let's dock her a body point, dropping her to 8. Excuse me. Moonstone sends a blast of energy from her redwood wand at the mummy, hitting it with a 1. Are they gonna finally just chip damage this guy out of here? Yes, indeed. She deals the killing blow. Very nice. Uh-oh, I closed my mummy drawer before I was done putting mummies away. I see, I put a skeleton in there by accident. There we go. Okie dokie, where are we at? That was Moonstone. So the Death Mist is the only monster on the board right at the moment. I hit the wrong button. We need to go over here because the Death Mist is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just kind of continuing its way all the way to the other corner of the board, which is why I'm saying it's probably not going to interact with the heroes again. Okay. Back over here, we are going to get Valerna moving up this hallway and into this kind of brownish room here. Here she goes. 1, 2, 3. Is she going to stop and search for traps first? Yes, she is. That's always the smart way to go. However, there are no traps in this room. Paya the monk. Oh, Ash says your wife did a great job painting these figures. Yes, she is also sitting here. She is actually working on painting right now too. She says thanks. I agree. Yeah, these look really good. I'll take one up closer here to you. There are a lot of incredibly small details on these guys. I'm really glad she got good at this because I could not have hoped to do even 25% as well. Oh yeah, and Paya rolled a 2 here. So as I mentioned, Paya's been a little bit useless on these quests. On this quest, I don't know why. She's just not feeling it tonight, I guess. Robert Tylan, the Berserker, is the only one who's not on this camera angle. Where is he? There he is. Get him moving. Give a good look at this guy here too. Yeah. I've spent a lot of years playing this game, the original Milton Bradley, and this newer Hasbro stuff, and I've almost never played with painted figures, so it's still kind of strange to me to be playing with painted figures that look good, because I made an attempt at it when I was 12 or 13, and all of those attempts were unmentionable. Ash says, impressive. I could not even do that either. No way. Yeah, I don't know how she does it. 1, 2, 3, 4 is where he's moving. Did he get onto the other camera angle? Yes, he did, yeah. And Moonstone the Druid is also moving. We haven't seen her either yet. She's one of my favorites too. Talk about small details. There we go. Oh, and she moved quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see what we've got going on here before she leaves this room. Is she going to search secret doors, treasure, or just continue leaving? She is going to search secret doors in this room, and it looks like there are none other than she did technically cross through one as she walked into the room, but no other ones. No monsters on the board, so we are back to Valerna. She's the only one we didn't show to the camera. We might as well do this. Valerna the elf here. I particularly like her cape, which I did not even notice until Savannah painted this, that it's made out of feathers. Spent a lot of time looking at this mini, and I never noticed that that cape was made out of feathers until she painted it. Okay, 1, 2, same thing. Is she gonna stop and search for treasure, or is she just gonna keep moving? She's keeping moving. 3, 4, she's gonna open up the door into this blue and black room here. Awesome. Ash says, all right, I'm about to head off. You take care of yourself. I hear you sniffing. Yes, I'm getting over a cold right now that was particularly nasty. And Ash says, I'll check in the future for sure. Thank you. Again, can't thank you enough for that follow. We've been looking forward to hitting that 25 for a while. So huge thanks to you. Glad you enjoyed what you saw, and looking forward to hearing from you again, man. We'll catch you later. We'll make sure we follow you back as well. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that right now so that I do not forget. Oh, wow. You created your account on my birthday, which was yesterday. Happy anniversary on Twitch, man. Okay, what's Valerna seeing in this blue and black room here? Another door, which we placed down already. There is also a fireplace in this room. There we go, and that is it at the moment. Okay, is she stopping here to search for traps? She is apparently sick of searching for traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now that she's in the room, is she doing traps, secret doors, or treasure? Does she have a preference? She likes treasure, so we'll double weight that. And yes, indeed, she is going to do the treasure search. I should have looked at that before. She found a heroic brew. Very nice. Took home all the winnings. References from Bardic Broadcast never get old. Well, that was awesome. That was fantastic to have a run-in with a new person. How's everybody else doing? It says we got 5 viewers. I hope you guys aren't asleep. I'd like to be asleep right now. I'm looking forward to going to bed, as always. Pie of the Monk. I'm having a weird thing recently that doesn't seem to matter how well I sleep. I am super tired right when I wake up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we might as well have her do the treasure search in here. I don't know if this is part of that sickness that we're getting over or what, but I am having a heck of a time. Like, I wake up feeling like I've never slept before in my life. Let's see what she found. She found a Wolfsbane potion. Now, this is something that won't really come in handy until way later. So honestly, she might as well just sell this at the end of this quest. It's literally useless until book 5? No, book 6. It's gonna take a while. Rukoro says, I'm still here debating on getting some food cooked. Nice! So are you still at work? Are you on your lunch break, or are you back home now? Food cooked means probably at home now, right? Robert Tylen. Back down here in the hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and unfortunately he can't do his 9, 10 because the other heroes are in the way. Excuse me. All right, and Moonstone the Druid. Yeah, there's nothing else to do in this room, so she might as well go in here. 1, 2, now nobody searched for traps. Is she gonna stop and do that? Yes, she is. No traps in here. Okay, now the Death Mist is going to move, but again, we are... yeah, the heroes are not going to be moving back into the hallways where that's going to affect them. So honestly, let's just not waste the time to do it. It's still going to be moving around the board, but it's never going to be in a place where it could hit them again. So let's just kind of move on beyond it. Valerna, secret doors or leave. She's doing the secret door search, and there are none, which means now she can leave. 1, she is opening the door into this yellow room, where she finds another door, and that is it. Rukoro says, I have been home. I only worked for an hour. Work is slow, so the supervisor just let us go home. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's sounds like that's what needed to happen if the machines weren't still up. You work in a factory, I assume, or some other situation? Valerna, are we gonna stop here? Yes, she is. She doesn't have the action to search for traps, but she is gonna stop. I'm feeling kind of nostalgic for the journey that's got us up here. Silver Mint Factory, nice. Okay, cool, yeah, so that makes sense. We always wish the KitchenAid factory was so bad about sending us home. They almost never did. There were times we would stay there for an entire shift even though the line wasn't running. And what a waste of money for them. I never understood why they did that. They were terrible about it. It was just like based on principle, they didn't want us to go home, even though they were paying us to stand there doing nothing. But yeah, this has been such a fun journey going up on this. Hey, we got another 1 in 26. How's it going? Hero Quest, yes. Good eye. You are absolutely correct. This is Hero Quest. We are playing on the Dragon's Rest 3D printed board right now, painted by my wife, who also paints on this channel on certain nights. But yes, we are playing the Silent Passages, which is a quest from Return of the Witch Lord. What do we got going on? It is the monk's turn. Paya the monk is headed off into this yellow room. 1, 2. Oh, that is amazing. 1 in 26 says, I was just watching why Hero Quest is so great. Look over here and you're recommended. That is amazing. I mean, not even 15 minutes ago, I made a joke because a hero found a heroic brew and I said she took home all the winnings. Oh, that is amazing. That video is legitimately one of my favorite videos on the internet. Oh, thank you for the follow. That is so awesome. That is amazing. We are getting it tonight. Yes, I've got to just for that. Of course, of course. We've got some fancy printed doors here too, so just in case Mormons come knocking during the quest, we can put the door down. Okay, Paya moved a little bit, but she didn't quite get into that room. Unfortunately, she can't search it, but did she have enough to get up there? Yeah, I think she did. So I think we need to move her in there. It's unfortunate because there's a trap right there. So she's stepping on the square, there's a trap, and she's gonna have to roll to see if she jumps it. This is a pit trap that she has just stepped on. So let's roll a dice here, and as long as this is a shield of either color, she's good to go. Ah, no, it's a skull. She fell in. 1 in 26 says, next thing I know, someone will kill a snake. Yeah. I hope not. I am terrified of snakes. I'll tell you what, I don't mind spiders, but the quickest way to see me scream like a girl and run away is if there's a snake. Okay, so Paya fell in the pit trap, unfortunately. That seems to be her lot. The poor monk here has been having a rough quest tonight. She is not doing very good. What do we got going on here? Robert Tylan, the Berserker, is now headed up that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he doesn't have to worry about the pit trap because she's standing in it. Which square is he leaving this off of, though? That would be this square right here. So that is 8. Is he going to stop here and search for traps? Yes, he is. That's good. He actually managed to avoid the traps. Ah, new cards there. Yes. Yes, indeed. Are you looking at the bottom down here? I see what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. Yes, most of this is the Avalon Hill stuff. Yep. So the fairly newer released Avalon Hill stuff is what we're playing with. But I grew up playing the Milton Bradley stuff. I've got all of the newer Hasbro stuff, but I've also got a whole bunch of the original, you know, late 80s, early 90s Milton Bradley stuff, which is what I grew up playing. My dad discovered that when it was still new in the stores, and got all of us kids into playing it as well. So we use mostly the Avalon Hill stuff here, but a lot of the monsters I use are the Milton Bradley ones too. A couple more spear traps in here Robert's just found. So 1 in 26, how are you familiar with this? Is this something that you've played a whole bunch of too? One 26 says, I need to look into buying this. My eldest girl loves board games. You definitely should, especially if they're into the Dungeons and Dragons type stuff. This is such a fantastic entryway into that. It's not too complicated. 126, I grew up playing video games starting with Atari. Awesome. Yes. Yep, my first video game had to have been NES. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the first time I ever played a video game was NES. So probably slightly younger, but not too much. But yeah, this is a great kind of gateway into D&D-esque stuff because it's not too complicated. There's a much more focus on the physical stuff moving around. It's just a great game. 45, gotcha. Yeah, I just turned 35, actually yesterday. So just slightly younger, but not by too much. Let's see, where are we at? We are at Moonstone right here. 1, 2, 3, we can avoid all these traps now. 4, 5, 6, and 7, and Moonstone's got the stuff we'd see. We can search for secret doors or treasure right here. She's going for treasure. Let's see what Moonstone finds. Oh no, she found a wandering monster. No fun. You know what, I don't know that I've ever shown this card to the camera. This is what the Wandering Monster card looks like. It's a scary looking dude right there, but actually the Wandering Monster in this quest is just a skeleton. So it's not a huge threat, but more of an annoyance. This is one of the Milton Bradley minis we're gonna put down right here, not painted yet. Pops out of somewhere and immediately swings its scythe at the druid. Oh, but it misses her totally. What a useless monster. Get out of here with these missing. Okie dokie, that takes us back to the elf. She can get in here and help, hopefully. 1, 2, and 3. She's got a bow. She can fire at that skeleton. She puts an arrow in her short bow and fires, hitting that skeleton with a critical hit of 3. Skeleton blocks 1, but not the other 2. It is dead. Didn't last long. All right, what do we got going on here? Paya the monk is going to climb up out of that pit trap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And she's clearly not interested in anything else in this room. She just wants out. She's going to open the door, and in our new hallway, we reveal another wall right here. Another wall right here. If we look further up the hallway, we actually do see the exit door to this quest up on the corner of the board there. So they could leave if they want to. But alternatively, there is another door leading into a room, whoops, going this way. I've just thrown the door instead of putting it down. There we go. Rukora says that skeleton did nothing. Yeah, you are not kidding. 1 in 26 says, what all miniatures do you enjoy? I enjoy anything that looks cool, if I'm being honest, but I am mostly HeroQuest focused. I know HeroQuest used to be connected to Warhammer, so I used to look into a lot of that stuff. But mostly I've just kind of stuck with whatever was going on in HeroQuest, just so I didn't fall head first into it. You know what I mean? I've got a little bit of an obsessive personality when it comes to that sort of stuff. But one thing that I also have that does not pair well with that is no money. or very little money. So I've tried to avoid getting too obsessed with other stuff like that, just so that I don't go and spend every penny I have on a billion miniatures. which then my poor wife will have to paint. 1 in 26 says, yeah, Game Workshop will still drain you. Yeah, no kidding. Absolutely. What about you? What are you into? Oh, Rukoro, I love that too. You're absolutely right. That skeleton did not do a single freaking thing. Totally useless. Let's see. Now, Paya climbed up out of that pit trap and walked over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, her movement is done, but she can still search this hallway for something. Is it going to be traps or secret doors? It's going to be traps. And there are no traps in that hallway. We had a few miniature stores kind of near us growing up, and always loved looking at those. The Dark Heaven miniatures were always really neat. I've got a few of those metal Dark Heaven miniatures, which we use some of them still just for extra stuff for Hero Quest, but not too many of them survived over the years. 1 in 26 says, I'm a stay-at-home dad. My girls are in their 20s now, so I write books. Sadly, I don't get to play much anymore. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, awesome that you write books. 1 in 26 says, maybe if I get into some tactile games like Hero Quest, I'll get to play more. Absolutely, yeah. Yep, definitely. This would be a good hobby, something to get into, something to do, and something to pour yourself into. Again, it's meant to be a multiplayer thing, but it's totally, if you randomize stuff, which is what I'm doing, it's totally possible to play on your own. Maybe a little less fun than playing with some other people, but it would give you something that you could do sitting around too. And again, such a nice hobby, because not only is it a board game, but then you can also paint all the stuff that comes with it if you're into that sort of thing. Definitely, and it's creative. It can be as expansive or complicated as you want, or it could stay simple. That's one of the things that I love about it. 126 says, getting people into the video games I play is too difficult. Either they get seasick in Deep Rock Galactica, or they can't keep up with me playing You Die, You're Dead in Valheim. Oh yeah. See, I'm that way with video games. I'm not good at video games at all. I enjoy a few of them, but generally speaking, I struggle really bad with first-person shooters. So I tend to like games that don't have that much of a challenge aspect. You know, so something like Minecraft, unfortunately, is kind of more my speed. You don't have to be good at it, but you can be really creative with it. So I like that aspect of it. I like a lot of the old Mario and Zelda games too. But again, it's not like there's a massive amount of challenge involved in those. What do we got going on? Robert Tylen. Oh yeah, we need to do secret doors in this room. He likes secret doors. I believe that's in his personality, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's get Robert doing secret doors. No secret doors in this room, but he is going to just keep on moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Headed up the hallway towards that other door. 126 says, I played games competitively when I was younger. Too old now for Twitch reflex games. Oh, I bet. I couldn't imagine trying to do that myself, man. Gohan says, the thing about Deep Rock that gets me is the dang map system. Can't figure it out, so I'm always lost and I get so aggravated. I don't think I've played Deep Rock Galactica. That's not a name that sounds too familiar. But I struggle with easy map systems, so I bet I'd have the same problem as Gohan. Let's see, we've got Moonstone here as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and she's moving out in the hallway. We might as well have her do secret doors in the hallway. And there are none, but it's always safe to check. And 1 in 26 says, playing pipe laying only is one way to enjoy it. It's my favorite, but the map doesn't bother me. Oh yeah, Gohan says, I like me some adventure RPG games. Absolutely, absolutely. I like the early stuff with that. Again, my brain doesn't wrap around too many other things because I've got a lot of other stuff that my brain is constantly thinking about. So mostly old games for me. As Gohan and I were talking about a couple of nights ago, or maybe this was just last night, the original Final Fantasy game for the NES. Oh, 126 wants to play Final Fantasy VI again. Too busy? Yep, understand that. I think I would be more of a gamer if I had more free time. Valerna's moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't quite get to move her 8th, and there's nothing left to search in this hallway. Excuse me. Still working on getting over a sickness I had last week. Almost there, but this cough is lingering. Paya the Monk, also not moving very fast. 1, 2, and she can't get her 3, 4, 5 in. Oh, yes! 126 says, where are the bunny dice? And Rukoro says, I might hop onto my PS5 and play some more Final Fantasy 16. 126 says, I think I stopped playing after the first Final Fantasy game that had a sequel. I think that was X. Yeah. I'll show you the bunny rabbit dice. I've got plenty of those, and I like them way better than the newer dice. The only reason I'm using the newer dice is because they show up better on camera. Where are my bunny rabbit dice? They must be in the, yeah, they're in this. Here you go. Here is a whole 10. Oh, get out of there.
Adorable bunny.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. Now that you can tell these are old and used too. I have had these since I was a kid. So you know how it goes. Adorable bunny. Symbol of immortal evil. Yes. There it is, yes. Oh, yeah. 13 had 2 sequels. Wow, I'm so behind the time. Haven't seen the new dice. Yes, they're much bigger. I just like the smaller ones, you know what I mean? They fit in the hand better, they're wooden, the corners are a little bit more rounded than the newer ones. So I switched to the newer ones about midway through doing this just because they showed up on this camera better. But I certainly prefer using the old ones. Oh, yeah. 126 had the original Final Fantasy with the broken magic. Oh yeah, I played that on the NES a whole bunch. And that game was hard, too. I think Gohan and I were talking about that, too, fairly recently. I never beat the NES version. I did end up beating that game later on when they ported it. They ported the PS1 version to the Game Boy Advance, and I beat that version when I was a kid. And then they did the Pixel remaster recently, which I beat a few times. But man, the NES version was hard. Yeah, Gohan's got the original Final Fantasy on the NES Mini. Where are we at? I've lost track. I think we're at the elf, right? If we weren't, we are now. 1, 2, 3. Valerna is opening the door into this kind of yellowish green room. And in this room, there is another door. We're very close to the end of the quest tonight here. Just a few rooms. I mean, we've got the entrance or the exit door in sight here. This room has 3 skeletons and 3 zombies. Let's see, we got skeleton. Mixture of the old guys and the new guys. And also 3 zombies. This is gonna be all old guys. Oh no, we're getting the Jello zombie out. My horrifically 12 or 13-year-old attempt at painting. Luckily, the other guys have remained normal. Valerna, are we searching for traps? Yes, we are. No traps in that room. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm missing stuff. Gohan says Pixel remasters are pretty and amazing. Yes, definitely. I only played the first Pixel remaster, but I imagine knowing how good that one looked, they must all do that. Love how they look on the OLED Switch, nice. Some are pretty, some of them look pretty bad flash art. In the Pixel remasters, I saw one that was really bad. Maybe it's because I know what the real thing looks like on a TV that had scan lines, yeah. Honestly, I only ever played the first Final Fantasy even on the NES. I didn't play any of the sequels there. But yeah, I remember how that one looked pretty well. I've seen some versions of the remake that looked kind of bad, but the more modern ones seem to look really good. The one I had on Game Boy Advance looked really good. I think the Pixel remaster looked really good. I didn't look too much at the other ones because I wouldn't have recognized them anyway. Excuse me. I'm going to shuffle my randomizer deck here real quick. 126 says it's really hard to make mountains sparkle without the scan lines. Yes. Oh, that reminds me of the glory days when you had to put the TV on a certain channel for the Nintendo to even show up. Gone are those days. You had to set the little switch on the back of the thing to either channel 3 or channel 4, and then you had to make sure the TV was actually on that channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, we'll get Paya. We'll just let Paya jump right into the fray here. Why not? We know there's no traps there. She throws a fist at the zombie, hitting it with a 1. Which it does not block, but it's also not dead. Channel 3, yes, if they redid all the art faithfully, added animations, it would look great. Rukuro says, I remember doing that for my SNES. Yes, and 126 says, my little brother broke so many controllers, he hasn't changed. Yeah. Oh, my best friend all throughout high school broke his entire Nintendo 64. I think he chucked the controller at the console. And both still work. I think he still uses that same console. That's just the whole top, the plastic is all busted in. Probably playing GoldenEye, I would have to imagine, knowing him. Berserker. Oh, he's not moving too fast. Yeah, he didn't get in there at all. And then Moonstone. Can we get her in there? Is it smart to move her in there? Yeah, she's still got a healing spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can't quite get in there. Unfortunate. Okay, so that means that Paya the Monk is surrounded. Let's go ahead and get all these monsters' turns done. Zombie number 1 hits her with a 1. Somehow she didn't block that, even with 5 defense dice. She's still got plenty of health, though. That dropped her to 8. Zombie number 2 swings a cleaver and misses. Skeleton swings a scythe. Hits her with a critical hit of 2. And she, again, 5 dice and she didn't block a single one. Drops her to 6. She is having a terrible quest. Oh, 126 put a cheap sword through the laptop a few years back. I only played the multiplayer part of GoldenEye. I wonder if the rest of the game was good. Yeah, it was all right. Again, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm not very good at first-person shooter games, so I never beat it. But what I played of it was always fun. But you're right, it kind of same for me. I played the multiplayer more than I played the single player. My best friend was very good at that game, so he could play it. There was another Bond N64 game called The World Is Not Enough, modeled after that movie, that we played a bunch more of. That personally, I liked that one a little better, but I'm certainly not in the majority there. Valerna, let's have her fire off at that skeleton right there. Firing from her short bow, hits it with a critical hit of 3. That guy is dead. We haven't had any super deads tonight. I guess this difficulty chart makes those a little bit more difficult to hit. Let's get Valerna moving in there so that there's more targets too. 1, 2, yeah, she can't get into a corner, can she? 3, 4, 5, yeah, we can get her in this bottom corner here. Paya, we'll just have her continue to hit that same skeleton, or at least try to. Throws a punch, hits it with a 1. Okay, good. It doesn't block. She did actually manage to chip damage Jello Zombie out of there. Oh, yes. 126 says, I was playing Doom, Quake at the time. Yes, our house had next to every type of electronic game in it. Yeah, that is awesome. We always had the newest Nintendo system. We didn't really get much else when I was a kid, but when I had my own money, I bought a Sega Genesis. Eventually I sold that to make money to buy a PlayStation 2. We eventually bought an Xbox later on when I was an adult, those sorts of things. But yeah, we always had the new Nintendo stuff. Yeah. Oh, that was Paya. What needs searched in here? Secret doors. Paya's gonna go ahead and search for secret doors, and you know what? There is one in here. There is actually a secret door leading off into this room over here. And in that room, luckily there's not more monsters in there, because that would be kind of disastrous. All that is in here is a chest. One in 26 says, sadly I've been sick for a day. I've got to be ill out of the office. Catch y'all later. Oh, totally understood, man. Hey, thanks for dropping in. Really enjoyed talking to you. Hope you enjoyed what you saw and what you heard as well. Definitely check back in. We are doing this every single night of the week at midnight Eastern time. So definitely come back in and hang out with us some more. I'd love to talk some more. Thanks for the follow, man. Hope you start feeling better. I'm gonna actually, speaking of being sick, I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. Absolutely, yes. Much appreciated. You take care as well. Rukora says, I ended up staying with PlayStation. I had up to the Wii U. I stopped Xbox at the 360. Yeah, the Xbox 360 is the only Xbox I've ever owned. Owned two of them. One redlined and I bought another one. But that's the only one I've ever owned. I skipped the PS3. So I had a PS2 and then... Let's see. Did I buy that PS4 or did you? Okay, so then my wife bought a PS4 and then I bought a PS5 for her. So we've stuck more with PlayStation. But we've had most of the Nintendo systems. I missed the Wii and the Wii U. But, you know, we had the NES and the SNES and the 64 and the GameCube. And then my little brother got a Wii and a Wii U, but I skipped those. And then I got a Switch and we got the Switch 2. Berserker, get in here and do something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Berserker swings his axe there at the zombie. Hitting it with a 1. That's not how you do it, Robert. It didn't block it, but it's going to take him a while to chip that guy down. And Moonstone. Come on, we get all 4 heroes in here. They shouldn't be struggling with a room full of skeletons and zombies of all things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's back her into a corner as well because she can fire at this skeleton right here. Sending a blast of energy, she hits it with a 1. Come on, guys. It didn't block. You guys gotta hit harder than 1s. This is ridiculous. Okay, the skeleton swings a scythe at Valerna, hitting her with a critical hit of 2. She blocks 1, but not the other one, dropping her down to 8 points. And what do we got next? We have Paya, and Paya has a zombie attacking her. The Paya swings its cleaver, hitting her with 1. And she didn't block that. That is the 3rd attack in a row. She's dropped to 5. She's still got plenty of body points, but I cannot believe with 5 defense dice how often she is missing defense. Paya is just having a rough night. Okay, zombie hitting Robert, but misses him. And finally, this skeleton walks up and swings its scythe at Moonstone, hitting her with a 1. Oops. Which she blocks. Okay, yeah. Back at Valerna here. Valerna can swing her battle axe at this skeleton here. I need to keep track of where the damage markers are. Always really enjoyed Zelda games. That's one of the big reasons I've kept up with the Nintendo systems. Skeleton blocked the hit. I beat a few of them. Definitely not all of them. But that's got some childhood stuff going on. Rukoro says, I'm waiting for the new Spyro game in spring of 27. Yes, I saw that they were doing that. I meant to watch the trailer for it and I forgot. I got caught up in the Ocarina of Time remake trailer. But I saw that they had a Spyro trailer. Was it in that same direct, I think? Okay, here we go. Paya can turn around. Let's see if she can get rid of this zombie. Throwing a punch, hitting it with a critical hit of 2. Oh, it blocked 1. Oh, I thought, oh good, it was damaged already. Okay, nope, she took it out. Way to go, Paya. She's picking it up. We'll just kind of move her in a little further. Okay, Robert. Attacking that zombie with a battle axe. Hitting it with a 2. Hey, that's the way to go. He just knocked that guy straight out. There we go. If you get a free hand, could you unplug the heater? My butt is sweating.
I have my pips right here. So.
Oh no, poor dog. Okay, and then we are at Moonstone here. Moonstone is going to, actually she should move. She attacks better at long range. She sends a blast of energy at the skeleton, hitting it with a critical hit of 3. It blocks 1, but still takes 2. It is dead. Is that it? Not quite. Get a little closer to the action since everybody's in the same room. Yeah, Moonstone moved and attacked. We played a lot of Skylanders when we first got our 360. Speaking of Spyro, I think the first Xbox 360 we bought came with the first Skylanders game. And so even though, I mean, that was kind of meant to be a kid's game, or at least that kind of seemed to be the indication. We spent a lot of time playing that. We had almost all of the original Skylanders.
I still have them.
Yeah, that's right. We still got them. That's right. That was a fun game, despite the fact that it was, it was intended for a younger audience than what we were, but oh well. A skeleton swinging at Valerna, hitting her with a critical hit of 2. She blocks 1, but not the other. Dropping her to 7. All right, Valerna retaliates, hitting the skeleton with her battle axe, hitting it with a 3. That's the way to go. Definitely killing it. I'm disappointed we haven't been seeing any skilled strikes. That the difficulty chart makes that a rarer phenomenon, but to have none is still kind of weird. Okay, Valerna, are we searching for traps, or sorry, searching for treasure or leaving the room? She is gonna do the treasure search. Rukora says, I have the OG and the reignited of the original trilogy. Both are beaten 100%. Nice. I think we beat the Skylanders, didn't we? The first one? I thought we did. We co-op played it and we beat it. We never did buy any of the other ones though, did we?
No, because it's expensive.
Oh, that's true.
All the miniatures and stuff for whatever it is.
Right, we're talking about
characters.
Yeah, that's just so expensive. But yeah, the original trilogy. We did buy the reignited trilogy, but I don't think we played too much of it. We got it though. Gohan says, I buy like all the game systems these days. Skylanders was fun until it got out of hand. Yeah, that's the thing, it's the money. I think we thought about buying the second one for a little while, and then just the more characters they introduced. I mean, you can't blame them for doing it. It was, whoever had that idea was a freaking genius. What a way to make money, to basically add toys. The more toys you buy, the more characters you get in the game. Oh man, mind-boggling. Let's see, Valerna just searched for treasure. What does she find? She finds a belt discarded on the floor. Inside a pouch hanging from the belt is 50 coins. They're finding a lot of gold this quest. That puts us at 1,010. Yes, Giants. I was trying to remember the name. Gohan says Giants was fun. Swap Force was interesting, but then I stopped. Giants was the one we thought about buying and then we didn't. Gohan says, I bought the racing one because I love racing, but it left something to be desired, so it makes sense why it got nixed. Yeah, yep. Yeah, a lot of that racing stuff was fun. I'll tell you what they need to put on the Nintendo Switch Online or find a way to remake is Diddy Kong Racing. I imagine that's probably rare. That's a rare thing, so maybe Xbox still owns it, and that's why they can't get a hold of the rights to it. But they got it, Donkey Kong 64 recently, so you'd think it would at least be possible in some way. Paya, what are we doing? We need to leave the room, but we can go either direction. She is going to go in this way. 1, 2. Is she going to stop and search for traps? No, she is not. 3, 4. Now that she is in the room, yeah, she doesn't care. Traps, secret doors, and she can't do treasure unless she's adjacent to the chest. She's doing secret doors, and there are none. I like me some Mario Kart, but Diddy Kong Racing was where it was at. Robert Tylen, yeah, there's no need to send anybody else into that room with Paya because they know there's no secret doors. It's just that chest. So let's send him up this way. 1, 2. He is going to open this upper door, and what he finds in this room is another way out. And another chest. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and says, MS and Nintendo seem to have a decent relationship, but I don't know what will happen with the new CEO. This is true. Rukora says that might be the N64 for the Switch if they get the chance. Yep. Go ahead and says they redid it on DS, but it didn't feel the same. Right, I forgot about that. I'd play the crap out of it on the N64 online. Oh, yes. There would immediately be a community if there was good enough online support for that. 100%. Robert, are we stopping and searching for traps? Yes, he is. There are no traps in that upper room. Moonstone is also going to go ahead and head up there then. 1, 2, 3, and then what's she going for? Is she going to do secret doors or treasure? She is going to do treasure, so she's just going to walk over here to the chest. What does Moonstone find in this chest? She finds 100 gold coins and a potion of healing. Not bad, not bad. Potion of healing on her character chart puts us up to 1,110 coins. Go ahead and says Sonic Racing Crossworlds, however, is a fun kart alternative. I don't think I played that one. That makes sense that Sonic would have racing games, though. I don't know if I've ever played them. I've played the original Sonic games. I got real behind on the Sonic stuff because the only Sega system I had was the Genesis. So obviously I knew who Sonic was, but I didn't really play a whole bunch of his, Nintendo titles or anything like that. Rukoro says, I would buy Switch Online for that again. I even have the wireless N64 controller my girlfriend bought me. I love Crossworlds, plenty of fun in that one. Yes, that's one thing. I've thought several times about getting the wireless N64 controller because the GoldenEye on the Nintendo Switch Online is unplayable. I mean, the controls on that are so awful. And I would hope that having a wireless N64 controller would fix that, because it would make it feel more like it's supposed to. I hope. Obviously no monsters, so we are at Valerna, and honestly, we just need to search for secret doors up in that room and then get the Paya getting that treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Valerna searches for secret doors and finds none. Paya, are we searching for traps or are we headed for the chest? She is searching for traps, in which case she will discover that chest is trapped. So we'll go 1, 2, and on her next turn she can attempt to disarm that. Go ahead and says, the only NSO controller I don't have is the Genesis one. The GameCube one is a must for the Switch 2 GameCube app. Oh, yeah. Rukoro says it was hard to play Legend of Zelda due to the C buttons not being a thing on the Switch controller. Right. I did play, I played through Ocarina of Time on the NSO. And I played through Wind Waker. I played through Wind Waker on the GameCube for Switch 2. That was fun. I'd actually never beaten Wind Waker on the GameCube. I'd gotten close, but I had never actually beat it on the original hardware, so that was fun to do it on the Switch 2. Okay, yeah, let's get everybody else rolling out of here, basically. So Robert can go ahead and leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moonstone can work on leaving. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opening that door. 5, 6. Valerna also headed out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she can just literally leave. So we'll let Valerna exit the quest. And then we just need to get Paya on this chest. So Paya's going to attempt to disarm this. She just needs a shield of either color. Oh, she got a skull. What did she... I should have known. What did she get hit with? A hidden dart. Oh, she only lost 1 body point. Yeah, she's fine. And this is the last thing in the quest. So what did she actually find? 2 magical throwing daggers. That will be handy for her. We'll go ahead and mark that on her her sheet here. Magical throwing daggers times 2, and that is going to do it for tonight's quest. What have I missed here? Go ahead and says, I own Wind Waker for GameCube and Wii U. Nice, I never did play the HD version. Go ahead and says, I also have the GameCube, Wii, and Wii U versions of Twilight Princess. That is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. I did beat that one on the GameCube back in the day. Rukoro says, I didn't beat Wind Waker at all, not even the HD one. I did beat Twilight Princess GC and Wii U. Yeah, I beat the GameCube one. I never played the HD remasters of either, but my younger brother is a Zelda fanatic. and he's played all of those and loves all of them. He's beat every Zelda game multiple times. For a long time, he was streaming speedruns of Link's Awakening, the original, not the Switch version. My brother's really good at that stuff. Okay, let's get some cleanup and talk about quest ending stuff so that we can get out of here. So we are going to clean up all the unused skills and spells. We didn't use a whole lot of spells this quest. They really weren't necessary. It did kind of feel like the heroes struggled through it a little bit. Like they weren't getting hit too hard themselves, but they were struggling to get rid of the monsters also. There we go. I think we got all that stuff, and then all we got left is the items here. Rukuro says having the amiibos does make Twilight Princess HD a little bit easier. Nice. My brother also had an insane collection of amiibos. Oh yeah, I don't know why I put that in past tense. Yeah, he totally still has that. Okay, so the heroes get 200 coins. That puts us up to 1,310. That is just for surviving the quest. The other thing they get is 2 skill set points, which must be spent immediately. There are 6 skill set categories, 10 levels in each category. Each hero class benefits from those levels differently. And there's not actually a reward for every single level, but there's always something good for maxing a category out. So there's no like waste of time levels. Valerna, let's see, this was her 11th overall quest. And let's see, her first point tonight is going to be Constitution level 6, which is building up body points. 6 isn't anything, but 7 is. And then her other point is going to be Combat level 3. For an elf, that is nothing, but at level 4, her base attack is going to increase, which means her base attack is how many dice she throws if her weapon gets taken away from her. So she's definitely building up to something good there. Paya, boy, poor Paya, the monk here. She had definitely the roughest quest out of everybody. We have got to get her combat skill built up. She is becoming almost useless with 2 attack dice. This was also her 11th quest. The monk has the ability to be the powerhouse of the team if that combat skill set is built. She's just been choosing to do other stuff. So let's see, her first point is going to be, give me a card we can use, Constitution level 5. Again, Constitution is body points, but level 5 is nothing. Her other point is going to be Education level 4, which is, that actually gets her an extra mind point. Puts her up to 6 total, makes her harder to control if a monster tries to put her to sleep or takes control of her. So again, no combat building. Gwen says, as Twitch decides its player sucks. yeah. That is true. Too true. Robert Tylan had a pretty good quest. He was pretty appropriately the powerhouse of the quest, as he usually is whenever he goes on one. He took a lot of damage, and that's totally fine. That's kind of his whole thing. Deal a lot of damage, take a lot of damage, but don't die. This was also his 11th quest. See what he's got going on. Combat level 5 for him. His base attack is increasing to 3. So that's not gonna do too much right at the moment, but if for some reason he ever loses his battle axe, if he has it taken away from him by a rust spell, or if it's stolen from him, he's still gonna be hitting pretty hard. So that's good. And then his other point is going to be Magic Memorization level 2, which I'm sure is nothing for him. I don't even see Berserker on this list. There it is, yeah. Okay, so he'll get something at level 5 in that. So it's possible to get yourself a magic using Berserker, but they get a lot worse stuff. Yeah, he go ahead and says it's better memory. Yeah. That's what I need. I need some more mind points. I could definitely use that. Moonstone. Moonstone did pretty good considering she just could not hold on to that shapeshift spell for the life of her. This was also her 11th quest. Did we mark that on Robert? Yes, we did. She lost that shapeshift spell like immediately both times she had it, but she did do good despite that. Her first point is going to be Magic Memorization level 6, which is pick 2 spells. That's very good for her. So both of the normal spells she gets will not be random. And her other point is going to be Magic Skill level 9. What's she get for level 9? Nothing, but she is 1 level away from maxing that one, which is going to give her a couple of the tier 3 spells, which is going to be really nice. Okay. Good. Okay, that is going to do it for us tonight. What an episode. What an episode. Maybe not the most interesting quest. We've certainly played quests that had more points of interest. But yeah, a crazy episode. So we have officially hit 26 followers now, which is a huge milestone for us. It means we can look into the affiliate thing, which is exciting again, because I'm really looking forward to all the things that we can do to help viewer interaction with the channel. That's the big thing that I've been looking forward to since I started to learn about what you get with the affiliate stuff is better stuff for viewer interaction. Stuff that you guys should be able to make happen in the quests through this, which should be awesome. Oh, we got a painted figure to show off. Nice. So this is one of the mini bosses. Let me switch to a board camera. This is Skullmar, Captain of the Forgotten Legion. And he is a mini boss of this book. And let me tell you, the battle with this guy is scary. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Nice. I love it. Have you taken a picture of him to put in Discord? Nice. So I will put him over here with the bosses. Oops, I dropped him. There we go. Rukoro says very nice. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so you guys know the drill. This again, this has been. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed by everything. This has been pretty awesome to hang out with you guys. It's been nice talking a little bit more to Rukoro, still a fairly new subscriber. Rukoro, you hold the distinction of being the first subscriber, or not subscriber, follower to have the notification appear on our screen, which was super exciting to see. And we got to see that twice more tonight, which is still just blowing my mind a little bit. So thank you everybody, whether you followed before or if by chance either of our new followers happen to see this later on. Huge thanks to you guys. This has been such a fun journey so far, and we're looking forward to everything that is going on in the future. If it just so happens that you are watching right now and you have not followed, please consider doing so. It really helps us out, and man, we're looking forward to all the things that this kind of opens the door for, and we're looking to continue to build. As always, if you guys have suggestions, remember that both Savannah and I are completely new to the Twitch game. So if you are a streamer and you have some suggestions for us on things we can do to improve, by all means, we are looking to make this as good as we can, and we absolutely welcome those suggestions. So don't be afraid to throw that sort of stuff in the chat as you're watching or in the comments of the YouTube videos. We also have a Discord you can join. Throw them in the Discord. We literally have a channel in Discord called Suggestions that is exactly for that sort of stuff, making sure that we can be doing this as well as we can, as fun for everybody involved. If you're interested in catching up on the story so far, you can catch all previous episodes of Midnight Quest, including quests, painting streams, and daily shorts over on our YouTube channel, which you can also subscribe to. We're doing stuff on there. We're looking forward to doing a little bit more on the YouTube side at some point too. We're building up to that. We've definitely got some ideas. But one more time, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget that we are doing this every single night of the week at midnight Eastern Time. Fridays, Saturdays, Mondays, and Tuesdays are all quests. Sundays and Wednesdays are painting nights, which means tomorrow night is a painting stream. Rukoro says I might need to do that since I work third shift. Yes. Yep, absolutely. Those handy. Everything but the creative streams are always uploaded over there on YouTube, so definitely head over there and catch up on some stuff. Nice way to pass the time if you're allowed to wear headphones or anything like that at work too. And then of course we've got creative streams on Thursdays, although we are going to miss this Thursday's creative stream. So I won't see you guys again until Friday night, where we are going to be continuing with Quest 4 of Return of the Witchlord. My gosh, we are already flying through this third book, but I'm looking forward to it because I've played the first 3 books more than I played anything else in the entire campaign. So I'm looking forward to getting beyond those and getting into some new stuff. All right, we will catch you guys tomorrow night for a painting stream, and then after that, again, we'll miss Thursday night, but I'll see you guys again Friday night at midnight Eastern Time for the next quest on Midnight Quest. Thank you one more time for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.